I got done. Build an combustion generator. I put in. All of it's still being built. Chlorine. A lot of tungsten. Steel. Combustion generator. Parts. On crafting right now. Quick. Waiting on stuff to craft. Room. You got this whole thing. Not like I lose access to this. It does that much against mobs. Is there anything I specifically need out of here? main engine part rather than that. There's still a lot more than that. The whole reason I spent clearing that out is I want to go hit up a ladies. I want to go hit up Euclides dungeons. That way? Yeah, I haven't got far out that way. Miss anything that looks like a dungeon entrance? Spawn on the surface in this map. Dimension has really weird terrain to begin with. Oh, there's one over. There is one over here. Over here? The Crimson Praetor should not be spawned in. It also means there's a dungeon here, or at least big. Here. Obsidian, yeah, nothing cool. Or that was a ravine chest. Oh, I was poisoned. Boss. Other stuff. cards. Do need to make myself a better sword. Try the Luck Saber. Very Ultra version. Nothing. Oh, Raider. Which on, but just spawn naturally. Actual. And I forgot this is not how I search for dungeons. Back to surface. I don't know where that is, but I do way up. I was just playing around a little more to see if there was. Yeah, you're a boss. I am still slightly worried that certain bosses can spawn with enough stuff to kill me. Step Strider. I have debated and change the color. Also, yeah, oil it. Back. I don't know, I could put some weird enchantments on that. The surface, Rod of Elevation. Set the map. I don't want to get attacked while I'm doing this. Cave mode. Thanks. That shows some of the underground ones. Okay. Still, it hurts because it's still healing itself. Now I fly around like this, the mini maps will show underground dungeons. Dragon Horde. And this is also the layer I use, so that's all. One of the reasons I want to get stuff here is because this has things I need to make the make more of the reactors. But the other thing is, there's still a chicken here that I haven't gotten. I technically need for. There's the intro. I didn't realize it was water. Trying to wreck out the entrance so if I fly past this again, I know I've checked this one. Factory block stuff. Decoration. If I take out the stairwell, it's easier to fly in and out of. Stellar alloy. Some way to mark where I've been. Upgrade the chests. Of course, everything's fighting in here. There. Doing this also takes out most of the spawners. Aluminum. This is why I put Curse of Mending or Curse of Life Mending on this thing. By the time you go through one of these places, it is destroyed. Poker spawner. You know, what sucks is I literally need the two rarest items in these dungeons. There's the box. What's nice about this pack is it does have a mix of like exploration and actually building a factory. Crimson Portal. They're always fun. Match. By the time I do one of these, it should be completely done. The rest of it I want to do back corner. Five. Yeah, if I ever wanted to make like an actual, oh no, those are arcane. I thought those were like equivalent exchange pillars or pedestals. Yeah, if you ever wanted to make like an in-world mob spawner, you definitely have spawners to choose from, and once you get the level 5 blood altar, you get access to cardboard boxes. So you can get all the in-world spawners you want, but this pack does want you to do kind of deep mob learning for your mob farms. Table. Boss room. Stuff. Ah, getting flooded by things. Vitriolic chicken. There we go. That's a quest. There was one of the items, finally. But I want to finish off this dungeon. So I know I've did it all. I want to see to make sure I can't find the other item. I don't need vitriolic chickens for anything, but there's a quest for getting them. Trying to 100% this pack to the best of my ability. Finding all the really annoying quests that want you to find specific stuff in the world. On a ravine. Those are always fun. Food. The durability is actually going up. Yeah, I put life mending 3 on. You have to be careful. It is... My 1 level of regeneration does not keep up with it completely. Or... It doesn't exceed it. So when I take damage, I still can... There was a hidden... If I check everything, there are hidden ones that are literally just buried in a wall. Black quartz. That's hard to make, but not that good. Once I get the ability to make draconic stuff, that'll be better. I feel like if you wanted to go really crazy with this pack and collect like a chunk of the armors are uncraftable. Like that's the silver armor. I don't know if you can get any more pieces than the copper where I came in. Oh, because that wasn't a chest anymore, it broke. Really the best way I've come up with to clear these places. Destroy them. All filled in with laboratory blocks. Oh, there's the crimson portals. Cryo-stabilized flux ducts might come in handy at some point. Get the spawner for portals. Because that's the worst part about that is it spawns the portals, which then keeps spawning more guys. Dungeons that spawn the shulkers are really annoying to clear. Stop life mend for a second. My lunchbox. Pearl. Micro black hole. Blue hearts again. Already over here. Thought I didn't. Yeah. Sure I did. They're down, not to the side. Intact area over here. Why does it look like I got most of it? Or at least a chunk with intact floor. Yeah, there's a little bit. I'm in hammer. Nothing for me. Everything. Oh, because I was hit by shulker attacks, but then started creative flying. It counts me as still being under the effects of shulker. Or something. I saw most. Sell for biodiesel. Biodiesel from the farm over here. For a bunch of biodiesel. Best fuel source, but it's something to start with. At least 2 gearboxes. Ramp dynamo. Battery buffer. Crafting CPUs are being used. Chicken stick on me. Do I have any eggs? Eggs and feathers down here. Here's that quest down. Oh, I was standing on the teleporter. That threw me off for a second. Okay. Got that quest done, but still didn't get any more of the off-world knowledge fragments. Really broken power. Just in case I ever want to like landscape, might as well keep some basic blocks around. Did that go? Back that down. That hopefully that's just yeah, it's just ashes. No one, nothing else is red. Fragment. I have to have all 9 of those to get 1 level of regeneration. Oh, map's still on dungeons. You can see the dungeon that's under here that I didn't completely explore, but that's because there's nothing that I need in an overworld dungeon right now. Alright, what else? What other parts am I missing? Casing. Blur. Fluid hatch. Everything. I just need to make sure I have enough casing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order more casing, but that was my so what 3, 4. Double check that this was right. I think that's right because I think it's only 4 long. 7. Robust. Verbs are done. Happy about this. Oh, I ordered only 12. Hotbar. And I can just use those in other places, but I wanted this to have a bigger buffer. These hold 250 million, where these only hold 41 million. So I can hold a lot more energy density. One minute. Four more. I want to see how much power I can actually get out of one of these for just running it on like diesel. So liquid oxygen. I think that counts as having upgraded the dynamo hatch. 4 amp. Lubricant. Oh, that needs talc, doesn't it? Oh, no, you can also distill. No, that doesn't change anything. There's no reason to run it through except for fish oil. Because you can do a 10x recipe for fish oil for some reason. Byproduct. Fill it. Greaseed oil. Auxiliary set up for fishing. Yes. Condition. How much greaseed oil do? Not very much. 149 buckets. By buckets. Case is done. Of course, I miss on the last block. Formed. Yep, no. LUV because it's going to be putting out multiples. Yeah, that's 4 amps. So yeah, 4 amp. This maxes out at 4 amps. That's the correct build. Use biodiesel to start with, even though I'm probably not going to like it that much. Burn. Oh, and then I might just put the batteries in that one. Buffer. Battery buffer one. As it goes low voltage, medium voltage, high voltage, extreme voltage, insane voltage. I'm trying to remember all the names. Ludicrous voltage, 0 point, ultimate, ultra high, ultra excessive, ultra extreme. There was also ultra immense, then ultra extreme, then overpowered. But I don't think anything past UHV really matters. Like Greg Tech is kind of built with this grand plan. That I don't ever going to be fully realized. Oh, I forgot to make lubricant cell. Bucket. Let to just make lubricant nonstop. One slot left. This needs to be. That's a million. It's Okay, now it should turn all the creosote oil into lubricant until the lubricant cell is pretty much full. Start getting biodiesel? Yeah. Data from over here. And I'll just start this on its own. P2P. Guess I build it out a lot. Go craft up a bunch right now. Repair tunnels. Actually, need to take a break, and then we'll be back. All right, back at it. Data. I got hiccups. Got my herd. Behave this time? No. Okay. Or dense cable. Battery buffers aren't that hard to make. Ah, still working on the tungsten. Okay. Again. Oh, all the stuff for the blast rubber. That's what. Trying to turn everything and all the lubricant or all the creosote oil into lubricant. But it's only supposed to do a bucket at a time. or what would craft a bucket. Because if it runs really low, I don't want it to. Filling that machine with like 12 millibuckets, or 24 to 12. 24 buckets of creosote oil every time it has 24 millibuckets. When it gets down to like the last bucket, it won't craft. Under the last bucket. Cables. Still waiting on the battery buffer. Match this. All right, linked. And this is running. So 256 liters for 8 ticks. That's 56 and a half, or 256 times 2 plus half. That work. It wants liquid oxygen. That does change. Right now it's only producing 1 IV. Terrible, and it's running on biodiesel. Sorry, Ash. I mean, until I build more, I really don't need one plus, or don't need. I actually don't need battery buffer. Yeah, about right. So, or I did have to make liquid oxygen for rocket fuel. Get to the planet dimensions, but that was a tiny amount. You can just run it through the vacuum freezer. Date on this. Channels. Food storage bus. Tank. Yeah, I think I can make this. Second. Case. Have to empty that tank. I forgot it was going to try to store overflow there. Insert only. Liquid oxygen. Only. This. Put helium, helium gas. Have to see if this gets balled up. Now it should be producing liquid oxygen. Boosted. And now this is outputting 4 amps. This is outputting all this put together. This big block. This is barely outputting half of that. Shh. 12 amps. So if we are saying these are 2, 4, I can run this from here. actually work just running it like this. Because if I just let this run 24/7, the only question is whether the farm can keep up. And if not, I can just start building a new industrial biodiesel setup. The only thing that sucks is the biodiesel setup I have over at the farm is kind of free. Like it just produces nonstop without any real input. Fastest way to make industrial biodiesel, industrial quantities of biodiesel, is one that requires fertilizer, requires phytogrow, and using the phytogenic isolators. Because then you can really, you can, I mean, the bees plus the land plus beets isn't, but it doesn't quite produce enough. Oh, but I can use the crease. I'm basically been using beets for uh, biomass and creosote seed chickens for seed oil. Those are the main two ingredients of biodiesel. Yeah, I'm probably sucking down all by myself. Canola seed chickens produce like canola seeds every couple seconds. The only thing that would be faster is maybe wheat. Yeah, I easily have all the biomass I need for ethanol. This thing's still backed up. This has been running, this one MV distillery has been running ethanol forever. Yeah, I'm using rustic bees, growing plants around them. Beets as possible. Good thing is both areas are chunk loaded FTB utilities, so keep producing. And since that is connected to the farm power-wise, farm should get power it needs. Everything's running right now. Rebuilding an EU. Well, now that I can actually make these, that seems like the way to go for expanding power production. Run it off better diesel if I wanted. Also run faster. Going. Getting refill. I was wondering if I needed to turn liquid oxygen storage. Really uses lubricant. Every second. 1 liter. That's the thing. These ones are pretty easy. You could just stack them in a big vertical column. I'll have to keep more of those. I mean, these were fun to play around with, but the upgraded version of this, its own power protection, so I won't need those. I used these for a while, but that's pretty much replacing them, and then the really fancy combustion replaces that. And then I can still run like plasma turbines and stuff. The plasma turbines need rotors. Okay. So I'd still need rotors for plasma turbines. They're pretty much the same, just a different body. Still a holder, this is pretty much the same hatches. Turbine casing, gearbox. Not producing any plasma, so there's no reason to use it. But things that produce plasma as a byproduct. And it's really just the 0-point photonuclear fission chamber. Stuff that I still need to do. Lots of stellar alloy for something, and I can't remember now. Oh, actually, so the main reason I want to get the vitriolic chicken was it was the last one I needed to find. Now I've got all the dungeon loot chickens. Spicy, netherwort, vitriolic. But in this pack, I think they let you craft spice. Yeah, I craft spicy chicken. Netherwort and vitriolic you have to find. Got a pat like this one's supposed to be for string really early. I never did it in this run. chickens, charcoal byproducts. Charcoal. Hog eggs, which blood. Sludge can be charcoal byproducts. Products can be distilled. Benzene, wood tar, wood vinegar, wood gas. A little bit of charcoal dust. I still gotta make the tetra or yeah, nitromethane. Correctly? That's this basically the stuff people pump into their engines to make them run faster. Oxide. Check that off. I'm already making titanium tetrachloride. Hard oil. I'm at the point that I technically don't need to make biodiesel. I could go back to making diesel. Because I can just turn heavy oil into oil. Weird recipe. What's funny is I'd actually use... Like, I'd almost use hellish matter to soul sand the oil and charcoal if you could turn this charcoal back into a charcoal... Or this coal dust into a coal lump. Like, I'm annoyed you can't just produce infinite coal in this pack. Do charcoal, and you can do coal coke, but you can't do coal. And I'm pretty sure with the same process you can make lab-grown diamonds. You can technically something a carbon-based lump that is the equivalent of of natural spawning coal in the real world. Because that's the whole point of Greg's tech is it's aping real world stuff. The electronics, the power levels, the tech, industrial machines, the assembly line I got to build here. Like the whole point of Greg's tech is to build pretty much along the same progression line as real world. Like you start in like low power, which is steam, or ultra low power, which is steam, or in the pack that I really am getting interested in, but I'm not going to do right until a little bit after this. Terra Firma Greg, they have create integration, and so you can use create stuff to make energy. And that was a big update that just came out is all the create and Greg Tech integration for Terra Firma Greg. But then you get into Terra Firma Craft, which is the real world. um Terra Firma Craft, I played Terra Firma Craft when it really originally came out. The whole point of Terra Firma Craft is to try to make realistic world mod. Like all the stones are real world geology stones. All the ores that can spawn in certain stones are the where you find the ores in real life. There's a whole cave-in mechanic. They have seasons. They have hunger and food growth. Yeah, Terra Firma Craft is crazy, and it's always kind of been stuck as its own thing for the longest time. There are some mods that have, or mod packs that have kind of integrated it, but I feel like the more I look at Terra Firma Greg, the more I think like, especially with the new update with Create, I think they got really close to getting Terra Firma Craft, Greg's tech to really line up with each other. And I'm really interested in playing that. And technically it is on like the next step up on the list of Greg Tech packs and how hard they are. Because I know that one requires maintenance. Maintenance is in the Terra Firma Greg pack. So that one I'm really interested in playing. And I think it also has a lot less renewable resources. You have to actually do a lot more mining and deep mining at that. And because of the cave-in feature, you pretty much have to build real mines. Somewhat realistic mines. So I really want to look into that one as the next Minecraft pack. But I do want to do one or two series between this pack and that pack. I am definitely getting sick of this. But I'm still having fun. I just want to get the quests done and get done with this pack. I mean, once I get the only reason I haven't just done all the quests and knocked them out is because I'm still working on tech progression. I'm just starting to get into LUV. I mean, I tried skipping ahead, but there's no way I could get ZPM done. I have to get LUV done. That means the Nequadria coils and all the LUV components. I got ZPM and UV. I haven't even started on the... Where are they? Still. Oh, there's still stuff in the Steam Age that I didn't finish. All about energy? Yes, the fusion reactors. Wait, it says I can build a fusion Mark 1 parts now. Oh, because I unlocked the assembly line. That was what it was stuck behind. So yeah, I definitely need to get an assembly line up and running and figure out how to make this stuff. I was close to making trinium. I need... Oh, I need the Nequadria. I need the Naquita coils. Can't make the hot trinium from trinium sulfide, and so you have Quadria coils. List. Because I have everything to make Nequadria coils except for the LUV assembly. That requires robot arms and conveyor modules that I need to make in the assembly line. Requires both sizes of gears, 3 different types of circuits, rod. This is the stuff that has to be made from cobalt, right? G-dust, iridium, and cobalt. Or no, this is okay. No, this is the one that's half HSSG, half osmiridium. The matter replicated is a bit expensive. Funny is I'm Now that I figured out how powerful that is, that down. Like it does produce a lot of distilled water and steam. Maybe I'll keep the reactor part. Just tear down the turbines. Uh, no, it's the I'm not sure. $15. Yeah, it's over half full, just barely. I have to look. Or well, making this. Oh, yeah, so you need to put the crystallized seeds in to get actual. That actually makes decent. Wait, or no, you could make. You have to make light fuel. That's not what I want. None of those really sulfuring. 45 or 15. 1 to 1. Stardust, liquid starlight, and crystal or infinity dust, which is infinite because I have nightmare chickens and starlight chickens, astral chickens. Nightmare. We need to get the mana chicken. Oh yeah, I need red matter for fusion reactor. and need red matter for the 0-point energy matrix. Or 0-point matrix. I can make draconium, but I can't fire it because rhenium coils. I have to have blocks of draconium. Charge them in the Sky Cauldron. Fusion them with Dragon Heart. Some other stuff. Until I get the Infinity Chicken. Make Draconium. Awaken Draconium. Where's maybe some of the armor act. Maybe that's how they lock. Yeah, you need 20 blocks to even make the chick. Or a piece that's 5 crafts. At least 5 Dragon Hearts, which I think I have. I've got all the other stuff. You need to make Hearts of the Storm. That's not hard. Flux of? Oh no, the platinum. Get plat. I just have to create it. Mine an industrial amount of platinum from Aurelia. I should probably do that. Yeah. I want to go and get a ton of platinum from. The actual platinum ore. Aurelia. At the top, it appears bad lag spike. Not this laggy before. Good.